ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸೀನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಲಾಠಿ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. Would you want to go to watch finals? Not figured out the way to go. We had not figured out the tickets, the stay, budget, nothing. Actually, the airport felt like a cricket stadium forever. Went around in the streets of Hyderabad, roamed around, went till Charminar. That stadium went in silence. We are Namma Uru, Bangalore. Who are we? RCB. More than 50% of the people flying with us were all RCB. Kilometer and a half of people walking into the stadium wearing that number 18 jersey because I don't want another heartbreak. Then we can see the chase master coming in the second innings and back so close in 2025. Don't want to start all again from the scratch next year. Luck of Punjab, the man is wow, beauty man, unrealistic experience. Until it's over, it was not. I've not done this before. I don't really know how this entire thing is going to be, but I've had an amazing last few days and I thought I'll record this for myself so that one fine day I should look back to see how I felt this last 3-4 days. Was really hopeful from the unboxing day for another exciting season, hoping the team to do really well, and got those vibes that day itself, like every damn year, that we're going to do really well this season and we're going to lift that cup this year. We had a couple of rough games when I watched it at Chinnaswamy. Came back home not very happy from the stadium that day. But the surreal experience came when he had that amazing streak in all the games that we played away. The game went so high, the team got qualified for the playoffs, and initially I didn't have a thought that I get to go to watch the match finals, but there was a small thought, and it happened to be like I texted this one person whom I know for not very long time, but I met him couple of times, and I asked, would you want to go to watch finals? And the instant reaction, like a die-hard RCB fan, is yes, let's go. We had not figured out the way to go, we had not figured out the tickets, the stay, budget, nothing. But still, the inner feeling was like, after 18 long years, if the king is going to lift that cup, I don't want to miss that moment. And we thought to go. So it was very unrealistic plan that we made. Tried to book the tickets, but flight tickets always itself was freaking so high that it wasn't possible to fly. 25,000-30,000 for a ticket from Bangalore to Ahmedabad, and that too it was fast filling and tickets were not available. We figured out it. We thought we'd go from Bangalore to Hyderabad by Vande Bharat the day before the game, reach there by night and take a flight from Hyderabad to Ahmedabad, which was actually available. So this looked like a good plan, but we booked the tickets for the Vande Bharat. It was still in the waiting list. Tickets were not confirmed, and Ahmedabad flight from Hyderabad was overbooked. So we were sent a message from the airline saying that we would like to offer you to take another flight for another date. So it was about people who book fill the boarding pass first will get to board, and others will be at the end hearing the same sorry from the airlines, because it was game night, you know it, right? And I packed my bags hoping to go to Hyderabad that day after class with waiting list ticket there, but I was somehow sure that no matter how I would still reach Hyderabad that night, worst case by road. Then went to class. In the class also towards the end of the day, wearing that RCB t-shirt, they shouted, "Isala Cup Nam." I took a help from a student to drop me till metro station, and I took a metro till Yeshwantpur, and then finally, by then I checked that when the chart was prepared, I got the tickets. And we both, Suhas is a dear friend of mine who came along this entire journey. So we boarded that Vande Bharat from Bangalore, Yeshwantpur railway station. We reached Hyderabad late in the night. We were supposed to reach by 11, we reached 11:30. If we would have reached 11, maybe we would have booked a hotel, stayed, took a little bit of break after that long day, rest a little and then go to the airport. But reached by 11:45 was the time around which we reached. The flight was in the morning 5 from Hyderabad to Ahmedabad. So we thought, okay fine, anyways now there is no point of booking a hotel and then staying there. So we went around in the streets of Hyderabad, roamed around, went till Charminar, had a faluda, cheered to RCB holding our flags there in front of Charminar. Couple of them from Hyderabad did notice us. They told, like, I'm also an RCB fan. They told Cup Namde in their little Telugu twisted Kannada. It was really nice to hear that. We met a lot of them at airport. We went to the airport, and at the airport was so many RCB fans who reached airport by road, by train, was sleeping there for 3 hours, 4 hours, waiting to catch the same flight that we were trying to catch. And finally, somehow we finished the check-in, security check. We got our tickets because we reached quite early to the airport. Then we boarded our flight. That's when we understood how big is this going to be, because more than 50% of the people flying with us were all RCB fans. We reached Ahmedabad, and various other flights which landed in the Ahmedabad airport. Everyone walking out, everyone in the red jersey, holding the flags, everyone shouting, Namma Uru, Bengaluru, who are we, RCB. So actually the airport felt like a cricket stadium for a while. Then we walked out, there were the outlets in the airport where they were selling RCB jersey and Punjab jersey. RCB jerseys were hardly left and Punjab jerseys were available in huge stock. Well, that tells a tale as to which was more in demand there. And we walked out of the airport. We had booked a small hotel to stay between the airport and the stadium. But they started calling and cancelling, saying because the surges increased, they were able to give the same hotels at 3x, 4x prices. So they were saying no to the people who already paid online and then booked before. So we somehow squeezed in, convinced him. He gave us a teeny tiny room where hardly 2 people can fit. And we were supposed to be 3 of us fitting in that room, which is about 15 into 15 size of a room, with just a bed and a small tiny place to walk. And the other friend of us was supposed to come in. He had worked the previous day, so he was working till the end of the day, the previous day of the match. He took a flight from Bangalore till Rajkot, and then he came by Vande Bharat from Rajkot to Ahmedabad, Vadodara if I'm not wrong. So he had a heck of an experience by himself. The journey was not over, because we somehow got the tickets confirmed, like our tickets for railways got confirmed. We boarded that flight till Ahmedabad, but we still didn't have match tickets in hand. And when I spoke to a few other friends who had put the status of reaching Ahmedabad trying to watch the match, all that they told me is, bro, there is a big scene happening at the stadium. Dod scene aagta ide illi, police lathi charge ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. This was because for all of those who had booked tickets on district app, they were supposed to get their tickets exchanged to the physical ones at the stadium. And it was huge crowd as usual, and there was an all big mix-up. Luckily we had physical tickets, but we were still supposed to get it. We got our tickets few hours before the game. So it was all tense, because not sure if we'll get the tickets, not sure if we'll be there to witness this history happening. Finally got our hands on the ticket. We left the room. It was a heat wave, so much of heat. We could feel that hot air gushing into our faces on the streets. We were sweating terribly. We walked to the stadium. The auto dropped us 1.5 kilometers before the stadium. From there we had to go by walk, because it was flooded with people all around. 1.5 kilometers of people walking into the stadium wearing that number 18 jersey. You could see some Sarpanch jerseys also. Very rarely though. For every 100 jerseys that you can spot of RCB, you can find 2-3 of that of Shreyas Iyer. No offense. Sarpanch was really great this season. And starting with the people who were selling jerseys to the people who were painting on the faces, everyone were RCB. I don't really think the people who painted on the faces did ever paint PBKS or Punjab anywhere on the face. Even I got my face painted with RCB on my cheek. Then we walked. I've been to the game in stadium before. Chinnaswamy is amazing when it comes to RCB vibe. Wankhede is the mecca of cricket for India. Eden Garden has such a great history, so is Firozshah Kotla, but trust me man, this stadium, Narendra Modi Stadium, the so-called Motera Stadium, is an infrastructural beauty. The gigantism that it carries, it's visible from such a great distance. The way the entry gates have been made, it was all very streamlined, amazing. We didn't have to wait for much in the queue, just had to just gush in and then enter. We were in stand queue, and before we could enter the stadium, there was this big air balloon that they had made of the IPL trophy. There was one cutout of RCB, Virat Kohli in the RCB jersey, playing that amazing shot, and you can put in your face there in the cutout and get a picture click. A lot of them were doing it. Somewhere was happy being there, but still the heart was pumping with the fear that, boss, I don't want another heartbreak. It's happened in 2009, 2011 and 16. And we were so close, and we're again back so close in 2025. Don't want to start all again from the scratch next year. And every year it so happens that you're so excited in the month of March and April, looking forward for the trophy, but when it comes to the month of May, June, It's such an heartbreak and it goes on for the next 2-3 months. Was not ready for it again, but you know how it is to be an RCB fan. You have to go through this phase every damn year. So this time wasn't ready to go back home with such a broken heart. Walked into the stadium there, we grabbed our seats. Well, 3 of us who went there had 3 different tickets. Like, it wasn't next to each other. It was in the same queue stand but in 3 different gates to enter in as well. We tried to talk to the people there to get in, tried to exchange or trade off, didn't work out. This is all keeping us a little calm in the middle of chill situation that we had at heart about the game. So we got in from different stands and then we came together to sit somehow, and then we were trying to spot over there, you see that's Ravi Shastri. That I think is Matthew. Oh, this should be RCB. And then people's players started coming onto the ground. RCB's warm-up was happening on the other side of the ground, but we couldn't see them close. But Punjab players were very close to the stand where we were and they were practicing. We could see Josh coming in with that spearing ball and then bowling. We could see Bhuvi there. We could see Swastik Chikara running around. We could see Virat walking down. What a moment was it, man. Too good to see. We were waiting for the game to start. We were counting for the moments and then the countdown started. Rajat Patidar walked down, our captain, with Shreyas Iyer for the toss. Was just keeping fingers crossed, hoping for Rajat to win the toss and select to bowl first, because we know how this entire season has gone. It's almost like you chase and you have better chances of winning. But we could see Rajat walking backwards, meaning Shreyas won the toss. Punjab chose to bowl first, but there was a little mess up. Then Ravi Shastri corrected himself by telling Punjab won the toss and chose to bowl first and not bat. But everyone in the stadium started shouting that, yeah, Punjab has made the wrong decision and RCB is going to bowl first, and you can see the chase master coming in the second innings and then chasing. But still, a lot of things have not gone our way so many years. This is not a big deal. So, little bit of a setback, but still, heart full of hopes, eyes full of waiting to see the king walk out with Phil Salt. What an assault was it, man, for Phil to begin. He was swinging the bat really hard. It was little upsetting to see Phil Salt get out that way. He had timed that ball really well, the way we could see. We felt like the ball would travel quite long, but it was caught. And Virat on the other hand was anchoring in. He knew it, that till the time he's there, there is oddly any chance of someone else winning the game. So he was in the game there, trying to take the match till the brim and then win it for us at the end. And it was really sad, that moment when Virat got out, entire stadium went in silence. The next man who came in hit a couple of boundaries, but no one really noticed that, because the fact that Virat is out and it would take so long to see him bat all again. Then Jitesh, what an innings, man. What an innings. 8 balls, 24. When Jitesh got out, I'll tell you how it was in the stadium. For 10 seconds people were upset, but they got over it so quick. They started applauding for him, stood by, and you could see everyone doing this in the stands, because we knew how big an impact that innings from Jitesh is going to be. And pretty good closure to the innings. I would say it was a very good team performance when we batted well. Everyone were hoping for 200 plus, but 180 was not bad. After all, it's finals. Then came the chase. I don't know how you felt it seeing the game from home on TV, but what we could feel in the first 2 overs was when the boundaries were going, they were all not perfect shots. They were all nicks here and there, not a perfect shot. Something on the luck of Punjab that's getting them runs type. Don't take me wrong here. Don't punish me in the comments, but that's what we felt. But the way the team came back picking wickets after that, and Romario Shepherd's catch drop was so bad. So bad. Everyone started having their hands over their head. But it was really nice. I don't really remember if it was not Jitesh, definitely. It was Rajat who walked all the way till Romario was there and then tapped on his back and then told perfect balls, don't worry, we are in the game, we'll come back strong. And then the wickets started falling one after the other. Josh did his magic and Romario's wicket of Shreyas. Wow, oh my god, tell me more. We were all not happy looking Romario come to bowl then, because we know Suresh had just got hit the previous over, and we needed someone to fill in that. And why not go to anybody else? Why Romario? But Romario, wow, beauty, man. The way you got the wicket of that Shreyas Iyer then. From then, wickets kept falling, wickets kept falling. It was really nice. Shashank on the other end was digging in with another guy, and they were batting at 100 strike rate. We thought the game is ours, but still not really 16th over. 16th over is when we started feeling like we've had it now. We are gonna lift this trophy this time. We're not going to go back home crying anymore with sadness, but we're going to go back home with tears of happiness in our eyes. 17th over, we can start vibing. Then 18th over, even more. 19th over, even more. When the final over started, when they needed so many more runs, and we have who not other than Josh Hazelwood there to bowl the last over, man. Unrealistic experience. No one were knowing what's happening. People, it's that guy Shashank there is hitting 6, but we know we'll still win the game. And Q stand where we stood is the exact place where Virat was standing right there. People were shouting Virat, 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 but he didn't respond. His expression didn't change by a bit, because to him, until it's over, it was not over. Then he threw his cap out. I don't think you have to hit a 6 to get that cheer, okay? Just Virat throwing that cap got in the cheer that anybody else would have got after they scored a century or even a double century. That's the kind of fandom that the entire franchise as well as the king carries. And then came the last ball. Swastik Chikara, what a great fanboy of Virat and RCB. He passed by, but he stood back to just wait to celebrate that moment with Virat. And you must have seen it on TV when the last ball happened and then Virat fell down on his knees celebrating that moment. Chikara came right next to him, hitting the ground really hard. That Chikara boy for you is everyone there in the stand celebrating that moment with RCB. What an amazing contribution by the entire team. Krunal Pandya, Rajat Patidar, Jitesh Sharma, Romario Shepherd, Virat Kohli, such a clutch innings. Phil Salt as an assault in the beginning. And the way Suyash came back towards the end. Bhuvneshwar Kumar. What a team we've had. No orange caps, no purple caps. But the game was on. There were people in the stadium with yellow caps on. There were people in the stadium with blue jerseys supporting MI. But one thing stood really strong there. If you cut deep in, what you find is blood, and blood's red, and it was RCB's night that night. For the next 20 minutes, everyone's hugging each other, everyone's holding each other's hand, everyone's jumping, everyone's shouting. We didn't know how that next 20-30 minutes passed by before we could start seeing the celebration start there. I think I've made one heck of an experience for my lifetime to carry. And ever since that, it's been 3 days since the event when I'm recording this. Random times in the day, randomly I start smiling only to recall that moment of we lifting the trophy that night there. Thank you RCB for this amazing moment that we've had. I know the wait has been long. Maybe just because of this wait of 18 long years, this moment has become so special for all of us. It's a memory chiseled deep in our hearts that we cannot get over for quite a long time from now. And I've been telling this for some time now in the classes where a lot of you might have heard it from us. We might not have won a trophy till now, but trust me, the day we start, it is just the start. With the team that we have, with the spirit that we carry, with the confidence that we have after this, we're gonna win back-to-back trophies like Mo Bawat too. From there, it was again an extremely different pool of experience. We came to the airport, back, a lot of RCB people there. Even the security guard was asking at the security check, we can see only RCB people. Where did Punjab people go? Finally, the flight was also full of RCB people. Yeah, in the midst of all of this, we had not planned our way back to Bangalore in a really nice way. So our only cut was to fly from Ahmedabad to Goa with an hour and a half of layover, and again come from Goa to Bangalore. Did notice universe pause there, man, in the airport. Such an amazing experience. Can't get over this fact. So I don't know how many more of these am I going to do, but this is one thing that is etched really deep in the heart. All that I can say is RCB deep in the heart. I was in the game.